Oh, okay. Blaney, where are y'all?
Now
Anyway,
I was wondering why, because I get texts from people
when we're not on or on.
when we're on.
Well, good morning, everybody. We on. So Andrew's niece is a fashion designer. She's graduating, I think, in a year or two from New York. And we talking about leather gloves, and I was like, oh, I was looking for some leather. I was looking for some opera gloves. I wasn't looking for leather ones. And you know what she said, Harry? You know they make leather gloves out of dog skin. And you know, Harry, once I know that,
No, no, no. I mean, dog skin.
once I know that, Harry, I am never buying leather gloves again.
Well, me, I would have been like, really? I prefer the chinchillas.
I can't unless they say calf, which is a baby cow. I just can't do it. So vegan gloves for me. So
Vegan
whatever leather gloves
gloves.
I have, I have. I'm not adding to it. I'm not adding to the
Okay,
collection.
but a vegan glove, does it dissolve when it hits water?
No, they're just made out of things that are not animals. They're just made out of things that are not animals. But that just freaked me out, Harry. She's like, they use dogs. I was like, oh, I'm no friend of Fido, but I'm no enemy of Fido. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see Fido come to an end because I need a pair of damn gloves. No.
Well, not all gloves are made of dog. They're
No,
inclusive of
the other
many
ones are made out
animals.
of calf. But if you buy calf gloves, they're expensive.
They're inclusive of many animals.
Yeah, I don't I
So
don't I don't want to wear any animals.
if you're feeling bad about the dog,
I am, Harry. I just can't. I can't. Once you know, you know.
I
You know
wonder
how you
what a
know? When you
I
know,
wonder
you
what a
can't.
pair of gloves made out of rabbit would feel like.
Well, like a jacket.
Right, like
Remember people were
fluffy.
hot to buy little rabbit jackets? Everybody wanted one. I actually love faux fur. Faux fur is my favorite thing. I don't need a unless I lived in Siberia, I don't need a real fur.
Yeah, but faux fur isn't completely faux.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's made out of,
Some of it look like it's made out of New York rats.
I'm not doing that either. You see at a closed down place. I saw a place in I want to say China, Harry, that's overrun with rats. Some parts of China. They had to shut down restaurants because they're so overrun with rats that people are getting sick because rats are in everything, even the canned things. They have to. I read the story the other day. I was like, oh God. And I had to make sure I was like, it wasn't like someplace I know. It's in the cities and towns in China. I was like, oh my God,
Well,
I couldn't.
I've always suspected like when you buy the ribs,
Oh,
they're like
okay.
really miniature
All
ribs,
right,
right?
I'm changing the subject. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on because I'm not saying that
Ah,
in New York they caught many restaurants. I remember
oh
the
Lord.
KFC on Bushwick Avenue in New York.
Why is this a Tuesday morning conversation? I'm sorry I brought
I
this
just
up.
don't. I just want to make it clear that everybody's nasty.
Ah,
But the KFC in New York, I remember a guy basically shut the place down because when he went to bite into his not his drumstick, the thigh, it was a breaded rat piece of rat.
Wait, no, they fall in. I mean,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
they basically shut the place down. We
Well,
had
yeah, they had to.
yeah, but that's the only KFC in our neighborhood. That's like a good.
Oh,
It was a sweet spot KFC.
oh Lord, I don't even want to. I'm done. Okay, change the subject.
We had some food deserts. You don't take our KFC.
Oh no, 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 no.
Anyway, but yeah,
Oh my
no,
God.
there was plenty of that stuff over there in the hood. I mean, but what can you do?
Oh boy.
You know,
So Fires in the Mirrors is gonna be at the Long Wharf Theater. If you've not seen Anna Devere's gripping play, now would be a good time to see it. If you missed it the first time around, I saw it with Anna Devere Smith at Long Wharf, I think 20 years ago. So it's back with the new lead. Um, so yeah. So if you're up for some gripping theater, Longwood Theater might be your best bet this week, next week, from now until whenever it runs. Uh, I'm a little apprehensive of seeing it because I am social justice weary. Just momentarily, that's all. I think because MLK, all of that on top of the foolishness going on in the Congress, on top of the foolishness in the streets, it just makes you a little weary, just a little bit weary, that's all. So, but if you're up for gripping theater, this might be the thing for you. I tell you what I am going to go see though, and I missed it the first time around, is Beautiful, the Carole King story. So it's going to be a Schubert. So I'm going to go see that because I love Carole King. So anyway, January 19th through February 6th.
That sounds great. The Carole King story.
Yeah, I think it'll be great because she wrote some of the most prolific songs. I mean, Natural Woman for Aretha Franklin is like, sublime.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's so many other songs that she wrote for other people. Plus her Tapestry album is probably one of my favorite albums. It's in my top 5.
Yeah, but I would have to actually go out at night to see it.
They might have a matinee, Harry, on a Saturday or a Sunday. Check.
That would be
a
more possible.
You might like.
Yeah,
because then you get in town, you can take your wife to lunch, see the show, and then be home by 5 o'clock before it even gets dark. Harry's not coming to New Haven to see no damn show.
I see some shows at the Waterbury, what is it, the Palace Theater in Waterbury?
Yes. I've seen some shows there too.
But that was like years ago. I haven't gone ever again.
Well, if I get tickets to something in Waterbury, I'll make sure I, throw them your way. I have thrown them your way, and you're like, no. That's why I'm throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't go see everything. It depends for me. But yeah, you could throw them my way. Karen will go with my daughter if I don't want to go.
All right, okay. Well, at least you offering up Karen. When I first met you wouldn't offer up nobody. No. No. I'd be like, damn, Harry, anybody?
That was my favorite go-to answer.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, Harry. Whatever. Does Paul have a show today? No, he only has a show on Thursdays.
No, he has a show Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12.
Oh, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. Yep. And Pundits is coming back the 27th?
Whatever that Thursday is. It's that final Thursday.
Yeah, the 27th. I'm going to put that 12 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Okay. I gotta put that in my calendar so I don't mess around. I don't want to mess around and
well, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to have everybody back, and I'm interested to see because Paul got a little opinion shy towards the end of the last pundit. I don't know. He was feeling. I don't know what he was feeling at the time. He thought he was being too opinionated for some reason. So I'm interested to see how it goes, and I'll do my occasional thing on the pundits.
Oh, I got a conflict on that Thursday. I gotta see if I can move it around.
I won't be on camera as per usual, but I'll be around to drop the bombs. Where Babz just throws me a look across the room, like I ain't playing with you.
I was gonna make the sound. You need to find a grenade, explosion sound. You know, not a mic drop, but an explosion.
Is it the normal cast? Everybody's back?
I think so, except maybe missing one person or two people. Maybe we'll see. I'm not gonna say because you'll just run with it and be like a pain in the ass about it, and then it'll get back to them, and then it'll be a firestorm. So no.
So not everybody's invited.
Oh, see, you starting.
I mean, I
already.
haven't been invited personally.
I've invited you, Harry. How much more personal do you need it to be? Oh, you need Paul.
I need
you need
Paul.
the white man to invite you.
Yeah,
The white man's ice is always colder. I can't invite you because technically you think I'm less.
No. It's Paul's show, right?
Really?
I mean, it's pundits,
Really?
but isn't it Paul's show?
It's all our shows.
It's his time slot. But I need the formal invite in order to participate, or I'm just gonna produce.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I can't. I love the 5 minutes of banter I do. It's like, and then I just walk out.
Yeah. It's called throwing a grenade
Then I just
and
walk
not
out.
sticking around and to see the collateral damage. It's all right. We know you. we know you. We know you. I'm gonna see if I could get the sister from City Hall to come on and talk about the cultural plan. Jefferson, Vargas,
Adrian. Yeah.
See if I could get her. Let's see if I can get her to come on.
Shafiq has Maritza Bond on tomorrow.
Her voice is like Minnie Mouse. She's like a Latina Minnie Mouse.
She's and the thing is, look, she's such a strong character, right?
Oh, she is fire on heels.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
She's no joke. But if you meet her, she's really short. And like you said, her voice is
Minnie Mouse.
and you don't
Minnie Mouse with a big ass stick.
and then when you see her, like on the news on camera saying, "I will shut you down."
I'm telling you, it's the tiny ones that are powerful, man.
She's like, "I'll reach out to you. I'll help you, but don't get it twisted. I will shut you down." I love that.
Yes, no, she's good. She's running for stuff, isn't she? Or she's
is it
she running for?
is it Secretary of State?
I don't
I'm
really
not sure.
know.
Let me see.
It's a whole cast of characters. I stayed out of that fray. Like I didn't have anybody on talking about any of that. I'll leave it to Paul to handle that heavy work. Because I don't know what to say to these people. I'm like, what? Like what? 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 We'll see. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what to make of these. I don't know what to make of this season because there's a bunch of people running for Secretary of State, and people are like, "We really like Denise Merrill," but Denise Merrill's like, "Listen, heifers, I'm 70-something years old. I'm out." I didn't realize she was in her 70s. She's like, "I'm out." She's a good-looking woman, smart as all get out, but she's like, "I'm done." Done. I was like, I ain't mad at you. I feel you. But everybody's running, so we'll see what happens. Josh, Maritza, who else? Bunch of people, right? A bunch. I only know because I watch Paul. I listen to Paul's show, so he always has all the hardcore politicals on. I think the lieutenant governor is coming back on my show too.
Yeah,
I heard from her people.
Who?
The lieutenant governor, Susan Bythwaite.
Oh, I know Susan.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah, that's another one. I love Susan Beisowitz. She
Let me tell you
doesn't.
something.
She
She's
doesn't
like
mince.
the Tina Turner of
Yeah,
politics.
she doesn't mince any words. She's just.
She she is everywhere, and she always just looks. You know what? And she never looks stressed. Is she Jewish? I think she's Jewish. Is she Jewish, Paul?
I don't know.
She never looks stressed. She always, and she's got like a gazillion kids or something. She always looks, she always shows up looking very relaxed. I don't know if she's got CBD. I don't know what the story is, but she is a very calm-headed woman.
And I just hope that she's not gonna be overlooked. She should be governor. Let's face it.
Oh, she should listen. Her eyes are on the prize, Harry. She's not playing.
She's definitely
like,
should be the next
y'all
governor.
dance around this Lamont mess if you want to, because I know that's a testosterone-driven decision. I get it, because men like white men will vote for white men.
I don't
men
get
are
it.
not voting for white women.
You look at who's the better politician, who's actually been active in everything that actually comes out of their mouth. That's Susan Beisowitz.
I mean, she has real experience. I mean, people can say whatever they want about her, but for somebody to stay in the game the way she stays in the game and is unflustered and unbothered, she got my vote.
Yeah, and no, and the reason I say they better not overlook her, because you hear all the chatter about people overlooking, like if Biden's not running, they want to overlook Kamala Harris. It's just like insane.
Oh, I know. And she's doing all the heavy lifting behind scenes. You know, she getting people gathered behind scenes, Harry. I don't know what it is about politics and women. And black women in specific, you know, always trying to, you know, grind them out of the picture. Kamala Harris is capable, more than capable. But
the question is, why are they doing this? And so early. And look, I read a lot of the stuff going on online.
Because white men will vote for white men.
Well, and let me tell you, the guy I think behind all of it is Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, come on.
He wants to be the next president.
Man is home raising twins. Leave that man alone.
No, he wants to be the next president.
Oh, stop.
And he's not willing to wait.
But he's not that guy. He's not the trash guy.
I think he is.
Guy. Although I'm putting my money behind Beto O'Rourke to become governor of Texas. God knows they need some leadership. Whoo, Lord.
I haven't looked at he is running, right?
Yeah, he is running.
I haven't looked at the polls. The polls.
And Val Deming in Florida. I like her too. She is known, and she used to be a police chief.
you know the one who would have won Texas easily, and just bowed out is the actor Matthew McConaughey. He was leading in all the polls.
He's good looking though.
You see, I don't look.
I'd sit through. Listen,
Babz, I don't look at people like that. I don't do that.
Oh, so you mean to tell me if Jenny from the block would have run for a seat in New York, you wouldn't give her a look?
I just pay attention to her talents, whether she's talented enough to merit me voting for her. There's somebody in the waiting room, Babz. Nicole.
Why is she in the waiting room at 9:30? Maybe they're just setting up.
Okay.
Tell her what. Like, you're not on until 10:15. Why are you in there? Maybe they're just turning on so that they'll have it up.
Let me make you co-host, and then you could text the. You have to text the people.
No, don't do that. What I'll do is I'll send her a message.
Okay.
In the waiting room because it's early. Yeah, so I'll just send her a message. You know, y'all are not on till. I know people are eager, you know. They want to make sure that technology works. I get it.
No, it's good because a lot of people wait till the last minute and then they can't get on.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, I had, what was it, Monday's show, one of Monday's shows, somebody just couldn't get on.
Oh.
And they, you know, eventually they took my advice to get on their phone.
Oh, okay.
But yes, and let me just say, because for everybody out there who uses Zoom, make sure that your application is up to date, because a lot of us don't set it to automatic update, and then you have to actually click, yes, I want to update, and some people miss that.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Oh, yeah, she just want to make sure she don't worry. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, she could sit there.
Yeah, no worries. We just see you. That's
But anyway, I don't know why you don't see it with Pete Buttigieg. That guy is
no, I don't.
Is a shark. No. I'm telling you, he looks like he's still.
I don't care if he's a shark. He can be a shark.
He's He looks like he's 17, and
he doesn't look 17. But
I don't know. He looks like a howdy doody type.
That's fine.
He looks like Leave It to Beaver.
Listen, I'm for anybody who throw their hat in the ring. Throw your hat in the ring. That's why it's called an election. Everybody gets to throw their hat in the ring. Your message is strong. Somebody will follow you. That's it.
I was reading an article that said the billionaires are secretly behind Pete Buttigieg.
All right, that's fine. People could be behind whoever they want. So, this is a non-conversation for me.
I know, and Biden saying, "What are you talking about? I'm still running."
And he can still run too. Listen. First of all, it's too soon to be talking about that.
I know. First year.
Because you know what? Because people talk about that stuff because they don't want to talk about what's in front of us. We got stuff in front of us. Like, I'm concerned. I watched the thing this morning about the 5G, how the airlines are concerned about 5G. So they're trying to get the government to tell these 5G companies, tell these communication companies to don't have 5G within 2 miles of the airports. Because people with their phones are messing around and mess up the flight plans and all that kind of stuff. Now, if I'm the government, I'm listening to the people who actually fly planes, because what I don't want to see happen, Harry, is a situation.
Well, the FAA
after the fact,
the FAA, which is the government, they actually put out a statement like, yeah, there might be a problem. Well, if there might be a problem, then no, don't put it up. Isn't it that simple? But you know what? This isn't new news. The 5G frequencies, have the frequency is the type of frequency that does mess with other gadgets, and the gadgets that they use for landing, the GPS system there is similar to the 5G frequency. So you don't want that frequency to mesh with the other one and give the wrong coordinates. Like I say that 5 times fast.
Because to me, that's like giving the terrorists tools. Because all they would need is like a really good smartphone and be like, you know what? We don't need machetes. We can't get through security with a machete. We can't get through security with our smartphones, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, they'll sit right outside and with a microwave 5G antenna, throw some frequencies up into the air. And
I tell you what else freaks me out too, Harry. This meta-universe mess. Metaverse.
The metaverse.
Now I see the stores, Walmart, Nordstrom, all of them are starting to get their metaverse stores up. I don't understand this. I can't shop in there in real life. I know I can't shop in there in virtual meta life.
And let me tell you, this is the prep. How you call it, the walkthrough on the meta stuff. This is literally the meta situation, the metaverse, and everything that they've been talking about. This is just walking you into, or baby stepping you into, the real Twilight Zone. Because once they actually go in full effect, they're talking about changing life, how it exists, how you live right now. So,
but is it still gonna be racist? Is it gonna be racist?
Hey, that's almost obvious.
I'm just trying to be prepared. Like, do I have
look.
to deal with racism in the metaverse?
The metaverse will not get rid of
point?
the metaverse will not get rid of the disgusting, hateful people. They'll just exist in a different format. Unfortunately, you can't erase hate. Unfortunately. You know, Karen and I were talking about that yesterday. Not even in the metaverse.
We can't have a utopia.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me in a fake world I can't have what I want?
Not even in a fake world.
You know what? Whoever starts a Wakanda metaverse, I'm going over there and joining that.
The Wakandaverse.
If I'm gonna have peace in the planet, that's where I'm going. I read this piece on Dr. Martin Luther King when he spent a month in Jamaica, and every time he would go to Jamaica, he spent a great deal of time. And he said, Jamaica is the only place in the world where I could go and be myself. And I understand that. When I read that, Harry, I was like, I understand that. So it's like when I go to Martha's Vineyard in August when there's nothing but us. That's the same way I feel like a regular person. Like, I feel like I don't have to look over my shoulder or be concerned do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm always looking over my shoulder. Always.
Yeah, but not in the same way I do when I'm in white spaces. Because you never know when a Karen will pop out or, or G.I. Joe, all the foolishness.
I read an article of names that have been tarnished. Karen is one of them.
Well, I mean, my good friend Karen DeBose Walton, she uses it too. She's like, these Karens.
But talk about Black Panther. They started filming again, or going through the process. So finally,
I think they are gonna get a new. I think they're gonna have to replace Boseman. I mean, they're gonna have to, Harry.
Well,
I mean, Christopher Reeve died as Superman. They got like 50 million Superman.
No, they have
no shade to Chadwick Boseman. I'm just saying.
No, it's how they replace him. It's always how they do it. I think they should move on from his character and, hand it over to somebody else instead of replacing him.
Right. Right.
But
that's replacing, though.
No, it's not replacing. It's like all of a sudden you get another guy and you're used to the other Black Panther, and it's like, no, like Batman. I hate that they keep switching Batman all the time. I hate that.
But these cats they can't play Batman indefinitely. Age will tell on you.
Yeah.
It's like Harrison Ford being Indiana Jones. At some point, he's gonna be Indiana Jones.
He's working on another one.
Indiana Jones.
He's working on another one. He's like 90 years old. How old is?
I know, but he's gonna be like Indiana Jones in the wheelchair from the assisted living facility, talking about go over there, do this, do that. I hear you, Harrison Ford. Make that money, but seriously?
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. The new Indiana Jones should be him handing it off to his grandson or something,
Yeah. And I think that might be the way it goes because he seems like he might be of that mindset.
Yeah, he's like, he has to be in his 80s, right? Harrison Ford? I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be Harry.
He's not
doing any stunts.
I'm in my 50s now, so I know he's aged.
Not doing any damn stunts. Like, what?
Well, the guy who doesn't age much is Tom Cruise.
You know who else doesn't age? Denzel Washington. He's in his 70s too.
Yeah.
I watched him last night on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh.
And he looks really, really good.
I was watching him yesterday too because
I want to see him in a romantic comedy. Not The Preacher's Wife. I thought that wasn't a real good use of his talent.
Yeah.
But I want to see him. I would like to see him and Viola Davis in a romantic comedy. For this age cohort, for my age cohort. I mean, he's older than I. He's 20 years older than I am.
Yeah, he's one of those people who I never think about his age when he's on the screen.
Well, yeah, because he's good at what he does.
He's just excellent.
Yes,
Viola Davis too. By the way, I love Viola Davis.
me too. Me too. I'm looking forward to seeing her play Michelle Obama for the HBO series.
Oh,
I think that's a good look. So I'm
she's
looking
playing
forward to
Michelle
that.
Obama.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a hard one.
Well, she's playing. Yeah, she's playing. I think it's about first ladies. It's a series, and she is playing that character. You know, I don't think they're using actual names, but I think
Oh, okay.
you get the gist, right? Like you get the sense. So I was like, okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. I could go with that. Um. Uh. Yeah. So, and I see Will Smith has dropped that King Richard weight. You know damn well he was gonna keep that weight on.
Poor Will. I
I was
mean,
like, no,
everything I read
he's
about
still,
Will is always about him and Jada.
yeah.
Everything I read is always mocking him about the relationship with his wife.
And yet they're still married and doing stuff. So I don't, people can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
I don't really put much stock in that stuff, but that's what I mean. We're too much celebrity information driven. You know,
No, definitely. I mean, we're into everybody's life.
for no reason.
I know it'd be crazy.
What do we?
If
What the
I
hell do I care
go,
about Jess Whedon? Josh Whedon. Like,
this
like
job,
he admit he's like, oh, I slept with co-workers and fans. I'm thinking to myself, who
but you know what? It's
cares?
better to get that out the way, right?
Oh,
Before
so he don't
somebody
have
else
his
uses
Me
it
Too
against
moment?
you, because somebody will use it against you. So you just get everything out the way.
Well, yeah, that's what he pretty much said because he was like, it caused his marriage. It ended his marriage. He was like, yeah, this is what ended my marriage, me cheating on my wife. Yeah, that'll do it for some people. Like, okay, I don't know. I just think we had too much for celebrity.
What
I
you
don't care
mean?
if Kanye goes to his wife's daughter's birthday party. The hell do I care about that?
Oh, I know. And it's like, oh, Kanye was making out with his new girlfriend just to show
That he
Kim.
could,
And I'm
yeah.
like, what?
And she's
Really?
with that ridiculous Pete Davidson. I was like, girl,
Oh my
what are
God,
you
what's
doing?
going on here, right? What? And
This is metaverse at its worst.
definitely. And I was telling that to Karen. I'm like, I definitely feel like we've crossed universes at some point in our lives, right? Like I was reading threads of people who thought Betty White died 20 years ago.
Really?
And I'm
They
like,
not
what?
seen her on TV? Like they don't see her on stuff?
Right. It's like, and then Mandela, a lot of people thought he died in prison. I'm like, okay,
No.
what? I'm like, definitely either some people are absent of information or somehow there's a metaverse that's been really active. It's like, wait a minute. It's like the end of the Queen song, We Are the Champions.
Yes.
Right? So at the end of the song, how does it end? We are the champions of the world, right? Does it end of the world?
I guess. Yeah.
Right? Because that's how I always heard it. But of course, I learned how to sing it, sing that because I had a hippie music teacher who only sung
Queen.
Queen and what's it? Oh, Jesus! Oh my God! Oh my God! Babz, you gonna smack me? Jeez, I can't think of one of my favorite artists' names. The blind artist.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh my God, Stevie Wonder. Oh my God.
You got issues.
What happened right there?
I don't. Oh, brain freeze.
A meta freeze.
Meta freeze.
So my hippie music teacher only knew Queen and Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
And well, I'm sure he knew a lot more than that, but it was 80% Stevie Wonder and the rest was Queen. So I learned how to sing "We Are," So, but in we always ended with "Of the World," and now
Yeah.
I was listening to it the other day, and it didn't finish that way on the radio.
What do you mean? Oh, because they cut it. Did they cut it?
I'm not sure if they cut it, but it's not. It doesn't end like it. It just says "We are the champions," and it ends. So I don't know if anybody out there.
There's all versions, right? Because there's the radio. Because that's a long song. You know, Harry, it's long.
Well, every Queen song is like a freaking movie, right? Those were the good old days where.
I know.
So, well, unless if you are Motown.
Well, Motown song, less than 3 minutes. That's was right. Their claim to fame. You get the hook, you get that pumping beat. 3 minutes, they'll tell you a whole story, Harry. Less than 3 minutes. That's why you sleep on Motown if you want to. They'll tell you a whole breakup song. Break up, get back together, break up. Less than 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, right. Motown was like a Mike Tyson fight, right?
Right.
if you got up to go to the bathroom or get popcorn, forget it. When you got back, the guy was on the floor.
Motown was no joke. Barry Gordy was he ran it like a tight ship. Listen, no song could be over 3 minutes. You 3 minutes, you out.
Yeah,
he used a real band. Like they had a real band, Harry. Like you had to have a whole real band and backup singers, the whole thing.
He must have been paying for studio time by the second. Right.
Come on, Tips. Time is of the essence. We ain't got no time for this. Listen, you don't want to do it? The miracles are right over there. Oh, the miracles don't want to do it? Listen, the Supremes, Martha and the Vandellas, there's all kinds of people over there who can take a song. It's like they shop a song around in-house. You're like, oh, you don't want to do that song? Or, oh, you know what? You did this song. Maybe they'd like to do it too. They were good for that.
Well, he was doing that regardless. Right?
Recycling hits.
That's right.
He's a grand master of recycling hits.
And it worked.
These young people think they got a remix. Let me tell you something. Remix? How about giving the same song to another group and letting them make a hit? Hit. We're going to keep the money rolling. I was Oh my God. Kidding me?
That's right. There's some 2-minute songs.
Yes.
It's crazy. And I mean, we know very well because you would play a Motown song and try to go get coffee.
You can forget it.
It's like, no, Babz. You're back on.
You gotta play back to back. You gotta play like the whole album in order to go get coffee.
Yeah.
You gotta play the Temptations' greatest hits. You won't be able to get coffee if you don't do that.
So here's some good news. Yes, good news or bad news? No, I don't know. Here's some news.
Uh-oh. Is this the news of the absurd?
No. We have no more PSAs.
What? They shut it down? Don't we still have COVID?
You got to pay to be on WNHH.
Oh, they don't want to pay?
The contract is up. They signed I think an 8-week contract or something like that. It's up. So, I mean, I'll throw those PSAs every once in a while, because they're good PSAs.
Who's over there? Who's running City Hall over there? What the hell are they doing over there?
So
they need to be putting these PSAs on everywhere. Buses, trains.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't see its effectiveness. I don't know, because it was all over the place. Like driving in, if I would tune to different radio stations in Connecticut, you would hear the same PSAs.
Okay.
The same exact PSAs, and this time I wasn't hearing any of them this morning. I didn't hear, so it must be up all over.
So they okay.
Oh, and
Well.
I just got a text from somebody who said, "Plus, there's no more COVID."
Somebody better run over to the hospital, tell those people in the ICU.
I know. Let
Oh, by the
everybody
way.
know. This is all in your head.
Listen, Israel doling out booster shot number 4.
Down number 4, and I was seeing that. Look, Pfizer said that they could have a new vaccine for the Omicron by March or April.
I thought they were working on one that's the flu and COVID.
Well, no, they're focusing on Omicron, but that's what they should do. By the way, that's what you just said.
I tell you what would get more people to do it if they offered a weight loss.
Hey,
COVID.
I'll take 3.
Yeah. If they could somehow combine weight loss and COVID vaccine, there'd be nobody would not sign up for that.
You know what? That's a brilliant idea, Babz. You should have an a la carte vaccine, right? So you can.
What do you need? What do you need?
I'll be like, can I have some knee cartilage with that? Yeah. Just throw some knee cartilage right into that vaccine.
I think that's called the metaverse.
I know. Oh, wait. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. I meant to do that in the 59th minute, but.
Yeah, we got to get ready because we got the Waterbury chapter of the Links and Love 146 coming on in about 15 minutes. So we can get our conversation about
and by the way,
trafficking awareness.
For Facebook, before they knock us off, I didn't say that COVID is over. I didn't say that. I was joking because somebody texted me that. So it wasn't a false statement. It wasn't misinformation. It was a joke from a text because they will knock us off for a few days if they think it's misinformation.
Oh, now they're doing it?
Yeah.
They're like 2 years too late, ain't they?
Well, you know why, right? Because COVID people aren't gonna advertise.
Oh my God!
Now, if Russia's spending a few million, they're like, say whatever you want. Oh, that was a joke too. So.
Oh, people know. People know. That's not real. All right. Okay, people know. All right, so what are we gonna do? Play some music? Or
we're gonna play some music.
And then we'll come back with a new thread. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna come back and have a new thread for the show so that it could be its own standalone show. And for people who listener discretion advised, because I know people might be triggered and
what?
Just be thoughtful and mindful.
Oh, okay. Because
I believe we're gonna have a guest who will conceal their identity, Harry.
Oh, really?
Who was trafficked and want to share some of their story.
And I was actually looking at stuff yesterday about how COVID and the lockdown has put basically America's emotional state in a very fragile, kind of sentiment. But it's not just a couple of people; it's across the country that is being felt all over the place. And I was reading it and I was thinking to myself, do I feel that way?
Yes,
but I don't know. I really don't know until you actually, like you just said, you could be triggered by certain things. To feel that distress or emotion or whatever. But anyway, we'll be right back. I'm gonna play some music. They want me to go into that stuff. Here we go.
So we'll see y'all in about 10 minutes.
That's right. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio.
I like that. Your home.
Okay, here we go.
There's but it's not. Cause you didn't check in his baggage. He had cash and he really looked hot. This song could be about your happiness, but you're so focused on his bait, you're gonna let a good catch get away. This song